right, y'all, I'm back with another video. It's your girl, Inspired by Z. How y'all doing today? I hope everybody had a great day. Y'all, it's almost Friday, y'all. It's almost there. It's Thursday. We almost made it, y'all. We got one more day. But anywho, I hope everybody is doing okay, like I said. And I just wanted to I'm not eating. I just wanted to touch on this topic right quick. I'm not gonna keep y'all long. You know how we do. We got stuff to do, y'all. It's still the same. We got stuff to do. I ain't gonna keep you long. But I did want to touch on this, and you saw by the title. Let's talk about this. The alpha female. And the reason why I wanted to bring that up, not to respond to anybody or anything, I said, let me bring my opinion on the woman perspective, because I've seen a lot of podcasts done by a male panel. I don't know the name of the blogs or whatever the podcast name, but and then I seen posts on Facebook and all that about alpha women and not being not letting the man lead and blah 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 blah. So I said, let's break it down and put it out there on a woman's perspective. And I with my experience, and I'm thinking I may be an alpha female woman or whatever title you want to say, because, well, I possess leadership skills. And I have always been a leader, even since working at my first job. I got promoted, well, most of my jobs, I got promoted to management because I showed leadership skills. And so I said, so in a sense, I kind of do possess that alpha woman role, I guess, title. But like I said, let me break it down for a lot of men, how some women are. This might not go for all women, but I know this applies to me. And I just want men to understand that all women are not are not the same. And let me say this, a few women that are alpha women, alpha female, got that title, can submit. To me, in my eyes, a woman can be submissive, but it got to be for the right man. And that's where I think I need to break down, because that's a lot of complaint when they say, oh, this alpha woman, when you get with an alpha man, that woman don't want to submit. And there's a reason behind that. And from my experience, especially with relationships, past failed relationships that wasn't for me. That's why I say I look at it now, that wasn't for me. Those relationships I had in the past, it wasn't for me. And I can speak on being that alpha female in that relationship. So that's why I said, let me give my opinion and break down that alpha female role. Like I said, this might apply to some women, not all, because some women just like they have that masculine energy. But I just want to break down from my side, my perspective of it. And I hope it helps a little bit. So men, especially men, can understand. And so, but like I said, I'm not eating today. This a talk. This a talk. Let's talk about it. Topic. So and like I said, I'm not gonna keep y'all long. We got stuff to do, y'all. Especially me. I got stuff to do. I'm trying to do as many videos as I can when I can, and put them out there for one. Cause my schedule, like I said, is so busy. I still want to do my content too. So, but anywho, let's get on with this topic. First complaint that men, especially alpha men, were saying that the woman don't want to submit. And the thing is, women can be submissive. That alpha female can be submissive to the right man. But the thing is, when some alpha men think that lead role means controlling. That means that woman's supposed to do what I say do. No. A lot of alpha women ain't gonna go for that. A lot of women won't go for that, period. You can be an alpha male and lead, but don't misconstrued it for being controlling. And that's where the issue lies at with a lot of men. A lot of men, that's why they say, oh, that woman won't submit. That woman won't be submissive to me. Because in her eyes, she feel like you're being controlling. That's why that woman won't submit. Or you're not leading her in the right direction. That alpha male has to know how to lead that woman. And a lot of men, not saying all, a lot of men don't know how to lead that woman in the right direction. They confuse, like I said, they confuse leading with controlling. Oh, she gonna do what I say do. She gonna do this, she gonna do that. That's having you don't want to have that woman feel like she's a slave, especially in her own house. When she feel like that, she will feel some type of way. You're controlling. You trying to control her. You trying to use her. You trying to do this. You trying to do that. And that's not how a woman wants to feel. That man has to know how to lead. That man has to know when to take charge. That man has to know when to step down sometimes, especially if his woman know a particular expertise in something. And he can step down off of that leadership role and give it to her, pass it on to her. Okay, well, and say, well, that's my wife's expertise, so I'm going to let her do that part. He know when that alpha man, even in that male role, know when to let his wife have it. Be like, hey, that's her cup of tea. I'm going to let her handle that. That's what a lot of men I think get confused with. If that man know how to lead, they will have no problem with that woman being submissive. But you have to lead in a godly way. Show her the right way. Show so she can know that, okay, this man is really about his business. For instance, say you and your wife, girlfriend, or whoever y'all living together. And she say, okay, honey, I have a issue with, this need to be done around the house. This need to be fixed at the house. Something need to be repaired at the house. She telling that man about the repair. And this is what happens a lot of times. The reason why this alpha woman has to take control of the situation. That man then turn around and say, I don't know what to do with it. I don't know. You got to figure that out. I can't do nothing about it. That's how some men respond. So she come to you with something else. Say her car. Something wrong with her car. I don't fix cars. And that's her only transportation, but you still let it just sit there and just sit there. And she got to figure out what to do with the car. Well, she don't know what's wrong with it. She got to take it to the mechanic. She got to do this. She got to get whatever was broken in the house fixed. She got to do all this stuff that she told you about to help. And you turn around and say, oh, what you want me to do about it? That leaves her no choice but to, in her mind, she think, well, I got to do everything. I got to be the man and the woman. Those just some examples, but it's a lot more for that woman to feel like she's the man in that relationship, because the man that she told the information to, he like, what you telling me for? What you want me to do about it? Instead of having that man say, okay, baby, I'll take care of it. Whether you fix cars, whether you fix the plumbing or fix the electrical, you getting on that phone and figuring it out. Or if you handy, you go ahead and do what you got to do. Well, I'm busy. I'm busy this day. But baby, I'll look at it on this day. You can drive my car until the end. We'll figure it out. Instead of letting that woman know that you got this. Like I said, that's why the image of you, that man, in that woman's mind, okay, well, I got to be the man and the woman. I got to do both. I got to figure stuff out myself. I don't have help. That's how that woman's thinking. I don't have help. Why? And then she gonna be thinking, well, why is he here? If I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, and this, plus the stuff I'm doing, I gotta do this, handle my stuff that I'm doing, handle the house, paying bills, doing this, doing that, and then turn around, and then she gotta figure out how she gonna get from point A to point B because her car messed up, because that man not figuring it out, or just something, just to help her. Even if he say, well, baby, let's take it to the mechanic. Even with that type of response, let's take it to the mechanic on this day. We can go drop this off and do this, that, and the third. Some kind of answer for her. Even if it's not the answer, even if you don't have an answer, just say, well, let's figure it out. We'll figure it out. Instead of telling her, well, I don't know. Like I said, every time she come to you, well, that man, he giving her the response, I don't know, figure it out. I don't know. And what do you expect her to do as a woman? She don't feel like she's the woman. And that's how a lot of alpha women feel, because they're in the relationship with the wrong, in my eyes, the wrong man. Because that will make you become masculine and feminine, because you feel like you have to be the man and the woman in the relationship. Because in your mind, the man's supposed to be there. Like I said, in biblical sense, you're supposed to have a helpmeet. God brought you a helpmeet marriage-wise. I'm talking about marriage-wise. That person is supposed to help you, not hinder you. And that can work with relationships. That person's supposed to help you, not hinder you. Even with males, the same thing. Even if you're in a relationship, that woman's supposed to help you, man, not hinder you. You shouldn't feel like that's another topic, but same way for men. They should not have to feel like they got to do everything and they got a woman there with them at the house. They shouldn't have to feel that way. You working 12 hours, but you got to come home, you got to cook, you got to clean, you got to do all of this, and you got a woman there. Not saying that those are her duties. I'm just saying, you working 12-hour shift, then you got to come home and cook your own meal. Something ain't right about that. But like I said, that's a different story. But we're talking about the alpha females right now. But that's why I think a lot of men say that the alpha female will not submit, because you have to give a woman some kind of trust in you to know that you're going to take care of what you say you're going to take care of. You have to be consistent with her in order for her to trust you in leading. And you have to, in order to be a leader for her and want her to submit, you can't just think as leadership and you leading your woman. I can control her. I can do it just like I said at the beginning. You can't control her just because you're thinking you're supposed to be the leader. You can't say, well, you need to be home doing this, that, and third. That's not leading. Just because you're raising your voice and telling her what to do, that's not leading. Leading is, in my eyes, for a man, when that woman asks you, hey, I have a problem, and she asking you for your opinion about how to fix something, and you turn around and you tell her, baby, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do this, and this to see will this solve your issue. And you know what that woman going to do? She going to light up. She's like, what? What you want to eat, baby? What you want? Yeah, I'm finna cook your favorite meal. You want that? Okay, I'm finna cook for you. And she will put that plate in there for you. You're going to have that full belly. And you're going to be like, what is going on with this woman? Watch what I tell you. Because you have to make that woman feel like she's a woman. You have to make that hardcore alpha woman become her soft self. She can take off that hard shell and trust you that you're going to lead her in the right direction. And don't lead her to destruction. She do not want a man that will lead her to destruction. She want a man that when he say he's going to do something, he do it. She want that man that when he say, okay, honey, we going to do this, we going to do that, we going to fix this, we going to fix that, we going to correct this. That's what she wants to hear. She don't want to hear a man turn around and tell her, you figure it out. I don't know. You figure it out. That's what she don't want. She come to you with another problem, say a work situation. She just wants you to listen. You sit down and just listen to her. Say, well, baby, that's okay. Everything gonna be all right. You here with me now. You know what that woman gonna do? She gonna feel a relief. And then it was a situation where they say the women nag. These women nag. Let's go back to do what you say you're going to do. Be consistent. Be consistent. That's just women, period. If you be consistent, be trustworthy, you won't have to worry about her nagging. Do what you say you're going to do as a man. And like I said, a lot of men get that misconstrued with controlling. I can control her. And that's not what she's looking for. An alpha female is not looking to be controlled. An alpha female wants to feel like she's that woman. She don't want to feel like she's the man and the woman. She don't want to feel like this man controlling me. She don't want to feel like, well, dog, I got to do everything. She don't want to feel that way. Like I said, that alpha man can soften her. You can soften her. The right man let me put it like this. The one that's the one that God has for you. Y'all will not clash. There go, look at that piece of hair in my eyes. This little piece right here getting on my nerves. I'm gonna have to, but anyway. Anyway, trying it out, this new hairstyle, but anyway. And it's getting on my nerves. But anywho, I just want you guys to understand that, like I said, this is not for all females, all alpha females. It's just some. I can't speak for all. I'm not all women. But like I said, from my perspective, what is in my eye, y'all? Beside this hair, from my perspective and my experience, like I said, the right man can come in. You can be all the alpha female you want. But if that man come in and you say, baby, I got a problem, I need some, and he say, well, what's going on? And then she tell him, and then he turn around and say, okay, I handle it. That woman gonna be like, oh, what? Especially she never experienced something like that before with her other relationships. And that man turn around and say, I handle it. Don't worry about it, I got it. You gonna, like I said, you gonna take that, you gonna chip away that shell, that hard shell from her, so she can feel like that woman again. Once you make that woman feel like she's a woman again, she will be submissive. Because she's like, okay, he's leading. I don't have to do it. He's taking care of it. I don't have to worry about it. And then you showing her consistency. Yes, I'm doing it. I told you I was going to do it, and it's done. And like I said, you're going to get about 15 meals from her. Whatever you want, baby, I appreciate you. That's what's going to come out her mouth. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. That hard shell of a woman going to turn it down 10 notches. When that right man, listen, the key word, the right man, coming in and leading her in the right direction. You do not want to say I'm a leader and take that, like I said, take that woman onto a road of destruction. You telling her, yes, I'm going to take care of it, but nothing's done. That's the road of destruction. And then she still got to turn around and figure stuff out because she left it in your hands, but you didn't do nothing. You didn't do anything with it. But you expect her to be submissive to you. And she feeling like, well, the stuff that, you're supposed to be taking care of, you're not doing. I still got to turn around and do it. She don't want to feel like that. And that's why I say a lot of men get that misconception of well, that alpha woman don't submit. Like I said, you have to be the right man. And the same for you men. That woman, like I said, it has to be the woman God has for you. The one that's why I say a lot of times we pick our mate by what we see. We see physical first. We always see the physical first. And a lot of times we don't think about the long run. Will this person help me, if I get down on my luck? Will this person still be with me when I get down on my luck? Because anything can happen. Life can happen. You got to look at the bigger picture other than just looks. That's why I say a lot of times we go by what we see first, and then we'll figure the rest out last. And when you're looking for somebody you got to pray about it. Be like, Lord, is this the woman for me? Or ladies, you got to be like, is this the man for me? Because if you're not who you're supposed to be with, you will clash. You will bump heads. You will bump heads if that's not the person for you, and you wondering why it's not working out. You wondering why this woman won't do this, that, and the third. Or she wondering why he won't do this, that, and the third. Because that's not the man for you. That's not the woman for you. And that's another reason why a lot of these relationships with these alpha females and alpha male clash too, because that's not who you're supposed to be with. If y'all bumping heads back and forth like that, and nothing is going right, and you with the wrong person. I'm just going to flat out and tell you, because I had to figure that out. That's why I said I felt like that so many times. I got to be the man and the woman and the relationship. You telling me, well, I'm the man, I'm the leader. But you ain't leading nothing. Every time a woman come to you and then you turn around and tell her you figured out. I don't know. Like I said, this is from experience. I have experienced that too. And like I said, and that's what made me, I got to step up and do this. And it feel like but at the long run, after all of that, like I said, that was with the wrong folks for me. And I had to learn that. That's not who was for me. That's why we were bumping heads. That's why I was doing everything still. That's why I was still felt like, well, no, I didn't feel feminine. It felt like I had to do everything. And to me, that's why, like I said, that's why we were clashing in that relationship, because I felt like I had to do everything. It wasn't no room for me to be feminine, if you can understand what I'm saying. I didn't have room to be feminine. I'm going to this man about my issues, or this is what happened. I need help with this. I need help with that. Can you help me with this? And he turned around, well, you figured out. But you're supposed to be my man. But when you have an issue, you coming to me about stuff, and I got to figure your stuff out. And my stuff. So that's why I say a lot of times when that happened, two, you're not with the right person for one. That hair again, flipping down in my eye. It's a little piece of hair somewhere, y'all. I can't see it. It's somewhere, but it's getting in my eye. But anyway, but that's why I said I know from my experience the reason why I felt the way I did. And then when that right man come in, that take it seemed like just the load has been lifted off your shoulder, and you can just sit back and be like, I can breathe again. When that happened in that relationship, your woman you would know. You go to your woman and say, baby, I got this. She will feel so much better. Like I said, but you got to be consistent. You can't do stuff at the beginning and then stop. And then 10 years on down the line, you're like, well, that was then. What you do in the beginning, you got to keep on doing. But anyway, that's what I wanted to. Hopefully this helped a little bit. But I just wanted, like I said, I think I'm also that alpha female because, like I said, I do possess leadership skill. And I do feel sometimes that I had to do everything. I had to take over everything. I had to, if something came up, I just had to figure stuff out. Even with the man in my house, I still had to figure stuff out. When I was married, I still had to figure stuff out. And there was a man there. And that's why I said it feel like when a woman feel like she got to be the man and the woman, it's going to be some problems. It's problems in itself. Because she feel like she can't be that woman that she really wants to be. Because she got to step up and do this. It's just it's overwhelming a lot of times. And then that's when she gets tired. Believe it or not, she will get tired. And then that's where the issues come in, and then especially when a woman telling you, well, hey, can you help me with this? And you keep telling her no. It's not going to end well. She keeps saying, well, hey, we need to talk. And then you trying to avoid her. Cause like, oh, here we go. All men do it. Well, a lot of men do. I won't say all men. A lot of men do it. Like, oh, here we go. She said we got to talk. Okay, yeah, we'll talk later. No, we need to talk right now. And then you keep brushing her off and she's trying to tell you what's going on with her, but you don't want to listen. And then that causes conflict right there in your relationship. But that's a different story. But again, like I said, I hope I help break stuff down a little bit. I hope. And like I said, that's just my opinion, y'all. It's just my opinion. I said, with the experience that I done been through. And like I said, I feel like I'm an alpha female too. Like I said, this is just coming from my experience. What could help? I said, we can be submissive, but it got to be for the right man. That right man got to come in and show us that, this is who I am. This is me. I'm here to help. You tell me you got a problem, I'm the problem solver. Besides, I'm talking about, I know God's the problem solver. I'm just saying when God send you that right man, he going to be there for you. To love on you, to help you out, to do whatever, he gonna help. And like I said, he know how to lead you in the right direction. And that's, like I said, that's where a lot of men get it misconstrued, because they thinking lead means control. And so I had to be controlling to this woman, and that's not what it means at all. But anyways, again, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope it helped a little bit to break some stuff down. Like I said, it was just my opinion from my experience and then in what I saw. And but anyway, I hope y'all have a great evening. And see y'all next time. Bye.